Jake Stevens here from ForlonDeZuckus.com, meeting with the Star Wars Hasbro brand team representatives here at Star Wars Celebration. I almost said Orlando, Anaheim. Wow.
5 years ago, yeah. Not even Chicago. You skipped over Chicago.
Skipped Chicago. That's funny. So I'm meeting with. I'll let you introduce.
Patrick from the Star Wars team.
And Chris from Star Wars.
Perfect. And so you just had your big panel yesterday, and I just heard at 4:30 today you guys are going to be on the live stage as well, and that's going to make up for some of the...
Exactly, yeah. That's empty there, yeah.
Perfect. So we'll make sure to check back later this afternoon. All right, so just a few questions, most of them based on your reveals from yesterday's awesome panel. I'm sure you've answered this question already. Right? I mean, sorry.
We haven't answered it for you yet. So.
Correct, right? Many of the Hasbro brand lines, we all know, are moving away from plastic, and you guys have already shown off what Black Series is going to look like. Vintage without the plastic bubbles, right?
I don't think so.
Or no, didn't you?
Marvel
did. That's right, but not Black Series. You're correct. We assume it's going with the similar aesthetic, I'm assuming. So with the vintage collection, with the bubble being such an integral part of the design of that, are we expecting a familiar concept just with cardboard instead of plastic bubble? Is that the discussion that's going on? Pictures of figures?
It's a good question and a fair question. We know talking with people here in the booth, and obviously we do a lot of reading online. We know it's top of mind. We know how important the packaging is to the vintage fans, Black Series fans as well. At this point, we don't have anything to announce. Obviously, 3 years ago, Hasbro made a commitment, and honestly, we're all proud to work for a company that kind of thinks beyond just the immediate business, and committed at that point to eliminating virtually all plastic from the packaging by the end of 2022. If there's anything to share for Star Wars, we'll share it in the coming months, but right now, nothing to say. But again, we do know how important that is to the community, and we're taking all of that into account and making a decision for the line.
Well, you would have to, collectors would have to balance if they were loose on display or packaging, and then when you get to, if it is a fully encased package where you can't see the figure, then, QC issues become the question. They got to make sure the game is really high on those. So I'm sure it's a very difficult decision, especially not wanting to lose any of your audience from who love that aesthetic, right?
Well, we're all fans and collectors ourselves, so we get all those concerns.
Sure,
so,
absolutely.
And we want to do right by the community. So.
Absolutely. All right. Was the success of the Ghostbusters Proton Pack with the HasLab program a reason you decided to take a stab at HasLab for the Black Series Riva ObiWan Kenobi set?
Well, I think Patrick's mentioned it before. We've done HasLabs for PVC, and we've got a lot of fans in a lot of different segments of the business, and we don't want to leave any of them out.
Sure.
So it seemed like with this, it's a perfect opportunity with a saber with all those deluxe modes and different features to bring something to our deluxe roleplay fans in a HasLab.
And it was really just cool to be able to launch a HasLab. It was 18 hours after we first saw that lightsaber in entertainment. Obviously, we had seen it in trailers, but just really cool day and date opportunity.
Awesome. The Black Series KOTOR pipeline reveals, are those going to be part of the main line, or are those part of the GameStop exclusive gaming grades line?
They will be part of the main line.
They are part of the main line?
Yeah, they will be part of the main line. Yeah, no, we...
So the newer media kind of coming in, new versions of media coming into the main line and not...
Absolutely. Yeah. We're all excited for that remake. Eric, who leads up our Black Series 6-inch design, he's been a passionate advocate on the team for those video game properties, and looks like an amazing source. And we're absolutely open to doing video game characters in mainline as well as with the gaming grades program.
Yeah, I mean, gaming is as much a part of the story of Star Wars as any of the other media was. So it's to pigeonhole it all behind a wall of gaming grades. I mean, they are gaming grades, but that doesn't mean they're not part of the overall mainline story of Star Wars.
Perfect. That actually ties into kind of another question.
Nicely done.
I skipped down a few to make the transition. Talking about new media, of course we know ObiWan and all new media is king and priority when you're wanting to put out new product. But last year you paid kind of a mini tribute to Rogue One with its 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
This year we have the 20th anniversary of Attack of Clones and the 5th year anniversary of Last Jedi. Has that been a conversation for the team on whether we need to go there, or is kind of the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm? We're kind of distracted from that.
We certainly look at all of those things. I think it was a couple things. With Rogue One, if you look back, Rogue One was kind of cut off. Normally in a movie year, we would continue into the following year. We had the 40th anniversary of A New Hope in 2017, so we weren't able to get to everything in Rogue One that we want to, but we immediately moved on to that, and then it was The Last Jedi. So I think we thought that there were a lot of things still on the table for Rogue One. I think the other difference is that last year, I don't think we had, there was the Bad Batch, but other than that, we didn't have anything between the end of Mando Season 2 and the very first episode of Boba Fett. This year, you mentioned this new media, we've got Obi-Wan. We saw a trailer for Andor before we even saw the first episode of Obi-Wan. I don't think that's ever happened before. More Bad Batch, so there's just a lot more new media this year for us to focus on.
Perfect. Well, again, perfect transition. Andor. It's been in production for quite a while, right? And they just released the release date. So is there pressure to get product out at the time of this release coming in a few months? Or is it going to be more like The Mandalorian, where we'll try to get more of the product out by the time the second season comes around, since we know Andor is now 2 seasons?
Well, it's not pressure, it's excitement.
Yeah. That's some good branding there.
We're trying to do that. And it's tough in the world we're in now with production schedules and even shipping delays. I mean, if you know anybody in the shipping industry, there's a boat laying around who wants to move products for us, let us know.
We'll get out and push.
Yeah.
I bet if you had a call to collectors, there would be people who are like, yeah, all right, I'm in it. Rowboats out and stuff. Pay them in figures, they'll show up, right?
Yeah.
It's always our goal to get product out timed with entertainment. Sometimes that's not possible for a variety of reasons, but we were able to have the Obi-Wan reveals when the show was airing. It's going to be our goal in the future to kind of pull that forward and have product on shelf wherever possible.
Perfect. All right, I think I have just a couple left. Let's talk about your campaign of the last 96. Okay, last 96, and we know that there's a lot of media and there's a lot of other things going on right now, but we know that that's something we've been working on. It's not a priority, like we need to get it to now, but eventually that's the goal, right? So eventually at some point, if we're being true to Kenner's releases, we're going to have to release Anakin Skywalker. His game was released on the Power of the Force one, right? So the question is, should fans prepare for a youthful special edition Hayden Christensen, or can we have a more Kenner accurate Sebastian Shaw version of the figure?
Well, I would say Lucasfilm understands the fans' passions as well as we do, and they're always open to fun things like that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's not possible that it's going to happen. I wouldn't say it's going to happen either. But
there's no legalese or anything that would stop that.
There's nothing saying like you can't do an Anakin.
Okay, perfect. And I'm assuming ObiWan Wednesday's campaign is going to help do some more reveals over the next few weeks, because I know you even put up a pre-order the new Reva Retro Collection, but we haven't learned about any of her potential wave names.
One so far.
So I'm
we wouldn't
speculating.
If she stayed lonely for very long.
I'm speculating we'll see more over the next few weeks.
We can explicitly confirm this is just the beginning. ObiWan Wednesdays is going to be like Mando Mondays, like Bring Home the Bounty. There's going to be a lot more exciting stuff for fans of all of our different expressions over the next several weeks.
Perfect. And is it running just through the show? So we have 4 more weeks of it?
I think it might
6 episodes, right?
Yeah, it might be a little longer, but it's mostly concurrent with the show.
So every Wednesday for the next month and a half, we should see new reveals. All right, and final question, I think. Yep. It appears vehicles in both scales, small size, have kind of taken the back road. I'm curious if
Razor Crest is right there. It can hear you.
I have them. I guess we're Star Wars collectors. There's nothing on the horizon. That means it's dead, right? So that's where I was going with this. Has because you've been knocking play sets out of the park left and right every year, right?
Yeah, Emily's
yeah.
work on this.
I got everything
amazing,
ordered, right? Has that kind of filled in the new sculpting line item on the budget for replacement of vehicles?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
vehicles are an important part of the world
Sure.
building a TVC. They
Yeah.
always will be.
Yeah.
So,
There will be more newly tooled vehicles.
Perfect. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, there we go.
Boom, I'm on it. Thank
Thank you so much. Really
Have a great
appreciate all you
rest of
do.
the show.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much, guys.
thanks, everybody.
Bye. Jake Stevens signing off. Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2022.